Like, get it together.
Get it together because we are live now. I'm Dina. Welcome to the Love Pod Squad. Today, our very, very special guest is Mr. Brandon Baker. You may know him as Olivia, the spoiler alert winner of The Circle season 6. Oh my God.
Can we believe it?
Yes. I mean, honestly, yes. I have never seen on Reddit, of all places, somebody more universally loved than you. There was
my
not one
gosh.
negative comment, one like neutral comment, just so much love for you.
Oh, wow.
Thank you
Oh, wow.
for being here. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember when we first spoke, I was like, oh my gosh, of course I'll come on your podcast. Like, that sounds so much fun. I honestly, from Reddit, I'm a little shocked because I avoided reading any Reddit because I was like, I don't want to see any bad.
There's not a single, and I wouldn't lie, like Reddit can be brutal, and I just don't share the brutal stuff if it's out there. And not a single comment, and a lot of people commented on that post, was negative, was like everybody appreciated your gameplay, you as a person, you as Olivia. It was just so well received. So I'm going to, instead of giving you individual compliments, we're going to send you all those compliments at the front.
Oh my gosh, that's so nice. Well, if anybody from Reddit's watching, thank you.
Hopefully they are. Hello to everybody from Reddit, from the Circle Reddit.
Right.
And along with that, and all those compliments, we have so many questions from the fans. So we're going to get right into those. Hopefully we'll have time for a game or two and maybe some of my questions. I mean,
yeah,
I'll take a back seat here.
I'm so excited.
Okay, so we're going to do it in order that the process happened. So we'll start with the audition and the casting process. And one of our Redditors wants to know what the audition and application process was like.
Oh my gosh. So it's really crazy because it all happens. It starts fast and then it gets so slow. So you send in a little video clip and everything, and then you wait like a few weeks or whatever. Then you get an email again. And then this whole process was over 5 months long. So you do interviews, you do Skype, like video calls, you do at the very end, you do in-person stuff. So the audition process it's intense, but it's still kind of fun because it's exciting.
Yeah, of course. I'm excited for you, and I didn't even go through any of it.
Yeah, I highly encourage people to audition. It's worth it.
And what was the moment like when you found out that you were chosen for the show?
Oh my God, I screamed. I screamed so loud, and I instantly called my mother on, like, because you don't find out you've actually gotten on the show till we were in Atlanta. And
wait till you're there?
Yeah. So they bring you to Atlanta and they're like, hey, you might not be on yet. Like, it's still, you got one more thing to do. Yeah, exactly. So they called me the night before I moved in, and they were like on my little burner phone, like my little flip phone, because you don't get to keep yours.
Yeah.
And they said, hey, pack your bags, you move in the morning. So I screamed. I called my mom immediately, and I was like all the emotions. I was like, I'm so happy. I feel like I'm going to throw up. Like, I can't believe this is happening.
I'm trying to get on the Instagram live so I can give you comments from the fans, but I don't think it's going to work. So hopefully Jordan will just pop them on. But I cannot believe, I didn't know that you guys didn't find out until you're already in Atlanta. I wonder how many people they have as backups that aren't there.
Oh my gosh, I don't know. Like, I mean, that's all I was scared about, because I had heard from the internet that sometimes you get there and they just don't pick you. And so I was like, that goes through your head constantly.
Yeah. No, you're such a dynamic personality. I can't imagine them not having picked you. I mean, everybody really
Huh.
who goes on the show, I can absolutely see having a role there. So it
Well,
must be tough to have to narrow that down.
I
Now,
definitely think it's not easy for them. I will say this is not the first show I've ever auditioned for. So I was kind of used to rejection and I was like, well, here we go
uh,
again.
now, what other shows have you auditioned for?
Oh my gosh, girl, back in the day, I was like, I wanted to be on The Real World. I wanted to be on like all of them. I
Okay.
honestly, I was like, I just want to entertain people. Let me do it.
And we're going to talk about that because I found your YouTube channel and we'll chat about some things that were on there later. But first, there
I
was
should
a
have known.
moment during the show in the very beginning of when you guys were filming where you were kind of upset. You felt like you weren't representing yourself well and maybe weren't doing well in the show. And
Yeah.
so the Dolls Are the Dolls wants to know how you prepped yourself for the show and how your expectations going in differed from how it ended up playing out.
So going into the show, I was like, I've got this. Like, how hard can it be? I love to talk. Like I could talk with people all day long. I love it. So going in, I was like, I've got this. Now, once you're in, it kind of sinks in finally that you're not playing just you. Like the person you're playing through the screen is your catfish in my case.
Right.
So I was like, oh no, now I have to be Olivia. I can't be Brandon. And then I got so caught up in trying to be Olivia that I was flopping, girl. I was flopping so hard. So I finally changed my mindset and I was like, you know what? No. We're gonna be Olivia, but we're gonna be Brandon. So
Mm-hmm.
it literally changed from me being just Olivia to me honestly being myself and using Olivia's face.
Yeah, you could really see that shift in the
Yeah.
show of where you had that kind of lack of confidence and then turned it around and really made Olivia work for you. And
Yeah.
speaking of Olivia, Crew Cabbage wants to know why you chose the name Olivia because obviously your friend who you played is Claudia.
Yeah. So, oh my gosh, Claudia, love you, girl.
Hi,
Um,
Claudia.
I know. uh, so for me, I was like, okay, it was an Olivia that introduced me and Claudia. So that was a fun little thing. And then I was like, the name Olivia just sounds, I don't know, who doesn't want to be friends with an Olivia? And
Okay.
and I was also like, I wanted a nickname, and I was like, Liv. I was like, oh my God, Liv is such a good nickname. I was like, this is just gonna be perfect, because what I get in there and I'm like, yeah, you can call me Claude. Like it's cute. It's cute, but it just, I don't know. Olivia has such a
It
good
doesn't
ring
have the
to
same
it.
ring to it.
Yeah, Olivia, I was like, Liv, we're golden
Liv,
with this.
Livy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And then another user, Peachy Cat, wants to know if you're allowed to bring your own form of entertainment, like books, or do you have to just give whatever they provide and kind of deal with that?
Okay, so they tell you, so you have to make a list of everything you're going to bring. Okay, so I made that list and then I get there and they basically go through all your stuff and then they tell you then what you're allowed to take in and what you can't. So obviously I got to take, so I don't know if you saw, but I got to take in some pictures of my mom. I got to take in Frank. I got to take in, I can't really remember. There were a few things, but no, they provide you with like puzzles and puzzle books, which is really like, thank you, which is so nice. But they really do monitor what you take in with you, just because,
Yeah, you
yeah,
can't be slipping in a laptop or
right, right. but they do give you quite a bit of things to entertain you as well, which is awesome.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. I mean, what else are you going to do? No internet, no only limited time in the gym or in the hot tub with Kyle. So you've got to make the best of it. And this question comes up a lot about the casting process. Do you have any advice for potential circle cast?
Okay, so I'm going to give you the advice that was given to me by someone in casting. It's literally so simple, but it's so true. Just be yourself. Do not go into a casting process and try to be a character, especially for unscripted TV. So obviously unscripted is very different from scripted. Unscripted, they're looking for the person you are. So do not go into the process as a character. I guess maybe it works for some people, but I think overall, not a good choice. Be yourself, be big, like, take up space with your personality and just be you, like, honestly.
I think I can.
You gotta anything. If you want to say a bad word, say it. Say it. Don't hold back.
Yeah, it's not the first time they've heard it. And that is the advice that we have gotten time and time again. Be yourself, be yourself, be yourself. So you won. True. You got cast for the show. Everybody listen to Brandon's advice because that is the number one tip. And it's very hard to catfish, it seems.
So, yes. Simple answer, very hard.
Did you watch a lot of The Circle before being cast for the show?
Yeah, so I think before auditioning, I had watched 3 seasons. Yeah, 3 seasons. And then after I auditioned and I realized I was getting far in the casting process, I binged it. I watched all 5 seasons that were out. I was like studying how different people played. I had a lot of strategy. I don't think people got to see a ton of it, but I had a lot of strategy.
What would you say your number one strategy was?
Making sure I talked to the right people and said, like, I don't know. I think it was mostly like making sure I spoke to the right people. And if I did mess up, that I was like honest and I owned my mistake and apologized. I feel like that's the best thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that really worked to your advantage. It seemed like with some of the other casts, when they would try to apologize, it backfired. But everything really just, the stars aligned for you to.
I think when I apologized, it was very genuine and it wasn't gameplay. So honestly, I think it's kind of funny because you always are playing the game, but you have little moments where you're like, this isn't game. This is me being a human being, talking to another human being, saying, I'm genuinely sorry.
Yeah, you really did play as yourself.
Yeah.
Now, it can be, I'm sure, a little isolating being alone 24 hours a day in that apartment, except for, of course, the production team that comes and goes. So did you ever get lonely or did you have a lot of interaction with producers?
I'm so good at entertaining myself that I really didn't get too lonely. I had moments where, like when I had that conversation with Kyle and it was very hard, or that conversation with Autumn, I had moments where I was lonely because I wanted to talk to like my mom or my friends. But I will say production is really good about making sure you're like doing okay. So they're very good about being like, hey, Liv, like you need a sec, you need to talk. They're very good about that. So no, I can't say I was lonely. I had a lot of fun.
Did they refer to you as Olivia?
They never called me Brandon.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I do have to think, I'm sure you'll appreciate this one as well. The username is Pinot Grigio.
I love
So
it.
I had to ask that question.
Oh my God. I wish I was wearing my Hit Me Baby One More Wine shirt. I would be like, that would be perfect.
You have the best shirts. There's always some like funny saying, or you need to launch your own line.
Right? I need to just start making t-shirts. That's just what I'm going to do next. Coming soon.
Yeah. Maybe you tease that something's going to happen that we'll find out soon. So maybe that will be it.
Maybe that'll be it.
So if you're not following Brandon for some reason and you stumbled upon this interview, please go follow Brandon and you'll find out what the surprise is too.
The first step to recovery is following Brandon.
Yes. They actually just changed the 12 steps and now there's 13. Now, were you allowed to freely chat with the other cast, or were there rules around when you could talk to people?
So it's very organized. So how it works is you get to say who you want to chat with in that day. But for example, if we all wanted to talk to Kyle, okay, the show's just going to be everybody talking to Kyle. So we throw out 3 or 4 names first thing in the morning, and then they make it so we can talk to one of those people at least. Okay. You know, because like if I request Kyle or Kyle's requested me, they're going to let either Kyle have me and I get to talk to someone else. So I get more than one conversation, but they're not all initiated by me. Yeah.
Was there anything that you wish aired that didn't?
There was a conversation between QT and I towards the end that I wish would have made it, because it explains why she put me first in the super secret influencer rating. It explains why. And I think a lot of people were mad at her that she didn't put Miles, but there was a reason why.
Yeah, she played very strategic too. And
right.
I think people get upset that her boo thing wasn't her number one all times, but you can, you know, money or love. What are you going to go with?
And that's the other reason I wish they would have left that conversation, because it was a very strategic move on my part. I'm not going to explain the conversation. There's a reason they left it out, but it was a very strategic play, and it was like kind of like a Hail Mary for me. So I want people to know it's not because she was betraying Miles. It's because
you got some game.
I had some game.
Now, there was somebody who asked, and it's further down the line, but I'll bring it up now. Why did you choose to block Miles instead of, say, QT, who is very big into strategy?
When I was playing the game, I couldn't see what the viewers see now. So for me, in my head, QT was a very strong alliance for me.
Sure.
And then also, I was never going to get rid of QT. It just wasn't an option. And then obviously I couldn't get rid of Kyle because we had bonded so strongly. It would have not felt good to win that way. Like and then I think what a lot of people don't understand is me and Miles weren't close in the circle up until the ride or dies moment, which was at the very end, right before that rating. So I really didn't owe him too much of an allegiance. And like, it took away the votes I needed. So he was going to rate QT and Kyle high. So getting rid of him took away votes for both of them. And it kind of saved me.
Yeah, I mean, even though you were very well loved, they had a very strong alliance. So not eliminating one of them, as much as people have said, why didn't you eliminate Jordan? Nobody likes Jordan, blah, 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 blah. That's not the game.
No, and getting rid of Jordan would have done nothing for my game. It actually would have taken a vote away from me, because he was already going to rate me high, because I don't even think he really saw me as a threat. But I don't know. It's so hard when you're playing in the game
Yeah.
because you see no other perspective but your own.
Yeah, I think that's hard to remember for us on the other side too, is we see everything going on and it's edited in a certain way that we've got
Mm,
multiple perspectives. You guys have
yeah.
your perspective and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. So the whole time you're like, I mean, and it was a hard decision to get rid of Miles. Like I felt bad, but I was like, if I want to win, it's my only option.
Yeah, this was the first season. I really felt like even though there were some people focused on the catfish, it wasn't about getting out the catfish necessarily. It was about playing to win. But you had that great combo of playing with your heart and playing strategically instead
Yeah.
of just focusing, putting all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah, and for me, I mean, I know for some people it's like catfish, 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 but I didn't feel like I really cared if someone was a catfish because I was making genuine connections. So I was like, if I liked you, I liked you, whoever
Yeah.
you are.
And everybody, even as a catfish, like you, had an element of themselves in their personality. I mean,
Mm.
Caress, Max,
Oh
everybody.
gosh, not Max.
Now, you had seen prior seasons and there was never an AI before. So how did you feel finding that out?
Oh, I was, can I cuss?
You can do whatever you want,
Oh, good.
Brandon.
I was pissed. I was so pissed. I was like, how are we supposed to beat a machine that is smarter than all of us? Like they have vast
Yeah.
knowledge. And I just was like, this is not fair.
Yeah. He's going to eliminate everybody and then the circle just keeps the money.
What are you gonna pay? Yeah, that's exactly what would happen. They're like, well, drinks on us.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Yeah.
I think as a fan, I loved it, but they didn't take it far enough. I wanted to see Max keep going. Maybe not for
I
you
will.
guys, but for
Okay,
us.
yeah. For entertainment purposes, I get it. For
Yes.
being in the game, when they said he's gone, I was like, good riddance, you little Xbox. I was over it. I was like, I don't want to hear from the Bluetooth speaker ever again.
Was there ever a concern that he might be back as one of the other players?
Well, that was the thing. His goodbye message was so eerie.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was literally like, well, like, it's goodbye for now.
Mm-hmm.
And then literally when he was done, I was like, what the hell does that mean? I was like, wait,
It
for
really
now?
meant goodbye.
Yeah.
Turns out it really just meant goodbye.
Thank God, honestly. Oh.
Now, I hadn't thought of this before, but you guys have cameras throughout your apartments. So Trial and Error Shack wants to know, what do you do? Or sorry, wrong user. What do you do when you have to go to the bathroom or shower? Do they turn your cameras off? And that's UU4RIAA.
Okay, so really funny. I heard a lot of the cast say, like, oh, yeah, I always used the off camera bathroom. And I was like, you guys had an off camera bathroom? Because for me, I had two separate bathrooms. I had the really pretty one that they show me in the show. And then I had the one that was attached to my bedroom that was off camera. But there was a camera in there. And so when I'd go in, I'd basically be like, yeah, guys, I'm going to use the bathroom really quick. And I'd wait to watch it, like make sure it was up, facing up. Because
Somebody really liked you if you didn't know you had a second bathroom.
Listen, I'm telling you, every time I took a poop, I was like staring into that computer. Like I was like, like making sure you better not move.
If you're going to watch me, I'm going to watch you right back.
Exactly. I was like, if that camera moves 1 inch, I am leaping off this toilet.
We're glad you didn't, because I'm sure that would have made it. So thank you on behalf of everyone. Hi, Ariel.
100%.
What else do we have? Okay. Oh, this is a good one. Who would you have liked to see? And I think I know the answer, but who would you have liked to see if you got eliminated?
Oh, that's good. That's a good question. Wait, I need some setup though. Like who eliminated me?
Let's think. Max.
Oh, okay. So Max eliminates
You already
me.
have it in for Max, so
Yeah. Oh, that little turd. Max eliminates me. I'm gonna go see. Is everybody still in the game? Am I the first
Everybody's
out?
still in the game.
I'm gonna go see. I think I'm gonna go see Cassie.
I knew it.
I'm gonna go. I'm definitely. I mean, I have to. Like, we connected so hard, so fast.
Yes.
I don't even know if our like really deep conversations or like anything like that actually aired. I don't remember. But she was my BFF from the get. Like it was her and Steffi. Obviously, I had so much love for her so fast.
You really had this natural chemistry that even though we didn't see a ton of, we actually saw more of you and Steffi, I think, than you and Cassie. But you can tell the second she walked into your apartment when she got blocked, it was just magic.
It was okay. So behind the scenes, we screamed so loud that I damaged my vocal cords for 2 days. My voice changed in the show. And for like 2 days, I was drinking like lemon water with honey that was hot. And then one day I was put on vocal rest where I was basically not allowed to talk all day because I had lost my voice.
I saw the initial scream, but not enough that would have led me to believe that you were out for the free time.
I was destroyed. I was like, oh my God, they're going to send me home. They're going to send me home because I can barely speak.
Oh my gosh. Imagine. Okay. So let's say that happened. Who do you think would have won?
Oh my God. If I would have been sent home, it's so hard because it would have been such a close race between Kyle, QT, and Miles. I think it would have been either Kyle, QT, or Miles. I couldn't really say. Honestly, probably Kyle because QT was such a visible threat. QT was such a visible threat. And Jordan was gunning for Miles too hard. So I don't think he would have won. Yeah. I definitely think it would have went to Kyle. For sure.
Yeah. Jordan really did come for Miles. And I think that obviously hurt his perception. But you guys all get along, right? There's no bad blood between anybody.
Oh my gosh, yeah. They like I love them all so much. Like when we were just in LA.
Yeah.
And oh my God, it was so much fun. It's crazy when you get all of those personalities because everyone's personality is so big. You get all those personalities under one roof, basically, and it was a wild weekend.
I saw you guys were at the Netflix as a Joke Festival, right? All the prior seasons, Love is Blind.
Oh my God. I got to tell you about this. I got to tell you.
Yes.
So we were not invited.
What?
We were not invited. It's so funny. We were out. We had gone to breakfast in Hollywood. Okay. And we were walking past the venue. And I think at first it was Caress and then Cassie. They were both like, we need to get in here. We need to get in. We need to do something. So we walked around to the VIP entrance and we walked in. Okay. And there's someone standing there. You go through security. We had to go through security. There's someone standing there and they go, "Are you on the list?" And we were like,
it's so typical.
Yeah. We literally went, I mean, we should be. Like, we work with Netflix. Look, here's us on this TV show. After 10 minutes, about 10 minutes of waiting, she goes, all we hear is, "Okay, you guys are all clear," and gave us passes and let us in. I think she messaged someone at Netflix. So thank you, Netflix, if you're watching. She messaged someone at Netflix, and I think they said, "Oh God, give them passes because they're not going to go away."
They knew. I can't believe. So your reunion plans to be there as all the existing Circle cast had nothing to do with the Netflix festival?
Nope, nope. This was just a wrap party.
All right. Yeah, it looked like you guys were like one of the main attractions with all the content I saw from everybody's pages.
Oh
Somebody's
my God,
getting fired.
Oh, we had so much fun.
We have a question from YouTube. John wants to know, a lot of the contestants cook. Do they stock your fridge? Do they have pre-made meals? Do you use meal kits? How do you feed yourself?
Okay. So we do make a grocery list, and they tell you like they'll get you whatever you want. So they say make a list. I forget what day it was. I think it was like Sunday, and groceries show up Monday. And yeah, you just get to write whatever you want. If you can't cook, you can get frozen meals. I don't think there's any Uber Eats. I didn't try, but I don't think.
I heard that Miles was banned from using the kitchen after a while.
He tried to, well, not tried. He almost burnt it down.
Twice, right?
Twice. He literally, I think he was making a pizza and it caught on fire or something. I can't remember. I was like, Miles. Well, and knowing me, I would have ended up like going up in flames because I was like, I'm not leaving this room no matter what.
You think it's like some scam to try and get you out of the show?
Yeah. And I'm like,
Just think of all the hot firefighters that would carry you out to evacuate.
God. Right. I'd be like, oh no, my clothes just fell off. Oh no, what do I do? Help.
And Cassie also is a pro cook, I've heard. She's a gourmet chef.
Yeah. Oh, you should see her cook some mac and cheese.
Yes. So you went and surprised her for the weekend, right? How did you guys survive?
Takeout.
How was that? Was that the first time you had seen her since the show filmed?
Yeah. So definitely like, I was so excited driving to her. I was literally, I'm going to get arrested. I was literally driving so fast. I don't know how many traffic laws I broke, but I was moving. I think as soon as I got there, she didn't know I was coming. Mm-hmm. So I showed up and she was like getting ready. And I think I posted a video about it, but I walked in, her husband answered the door, by the way, someone I've never met. And I said, move. And I like made my way to the back, and all I heard her say was like, who is it? And she like walked around the corner, and I was like, and she just lost it. It was so good.
Did her husband know who you were at the time?
I think so.
I hope so. You just letting anybody in the house at that point. If you have the confidence, you're in.
He opened the door. I kept walking in, and I was like, where's Cassie?
And that is how you win the circle, ladies and gentlemen.
Amen. You just got to push your way in there.
Now, how long did it actually take the show to film?
I want to say I was in Atlanta for 21 days, but I think we were in the apartment like 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
there.
What
was the other week spent doing?
You were in a hotel room. So we started off in a hotel room before we moved into the house. I mean, before we moved into the apartment. And it was like a few days of like doing green screen, like a few more conversations. Yeah. Now there, they deliver your meals to you. You're not allowed to leave the hotel room.
That just sounds like a vacation to me.
Honestly, it would have been a vacation for me, but I was in a room like basically face to face with the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And I think there was like a Beyonce concert. And I'm like up against my like hotel window and I'm like, help me. They have me trapped.
At least there must have been some good people watching.
Oh yeah. Oh God. That's my favorite thing. I literally ate dinner, like sitting in the window, just like watching people go in and out of the venue.
You post a lot of food photos too. So I was going to ask this later, but we'll get to it now. If you had to choose not a last meal, but a favorite meal, anything's an option. What are you going with?
Oh God. I don't know if people are going to believe me.
When you say that,
Okay.
I feel like yes.
Yeah, my mother's meatloaf and mashed potatoes.
Okay.
Okay, let me explain. It is not gourmet meatloaf. This is definitely like some trashy meatloaf. We're talking saltine crackers, pounds of ketchup, green pepper, an egg, and some seasoning. That is it.
You're getting a lot of love for that in the chat.
It's magical. I mean, I'm craving it. I can taste it.
And you have given so much love to your mom. Everyone wants to know how your mom is doing and what she thought when she found out that you won.
Oh my God, she's doing great. We watched the finale together, which was really fun. She did know prior, only because there was really nothing I could do to keep it from her. We both cried. I mean, when I told her I won, she's screaming, like hugging, and of course, for me, like when my mom gets emotional, I get emotional.
The waterworks. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a very emotional moment. I did not tell her what I was using the money for. I told her I won.
Oh.
So
Okay.
when we were watching the finale, so we have to have her and I have to have a big talk. When we were watching the finale, she turned and just like looked at me like, excuse me? So her and I are gonna have to talk about it.
So she knows now it's out in the open.
Yeah.
That's pretty exciting.
I'm excited.
Is that how you wanted her to find out?
Yeah, I didn't want to tell her. I wanted because I
Aw.
knew if I told her, she'd just spend like months trying to talk me out of it. She
Yeah.
would. She would. I mean, it's
She's
just
a mom.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's who she is. Like she, you know, it's just who she is. So I get it.
And that goes along the same lines as one of the users from Reddit, Jaded Whiskers, said that they love that you played with your heart for the majority of the game. You deserve to win, which totally agree. No complaints here about that. But how did you feel being a catfish and having to unmask yourself in front of the other players? Did you know you were going to be the last one in?
I did not know I was going to be the last one in, but I will say I couldn't have planned it more perfectly. I was so excited. So when I realized, oh my God, I'm the last one revealed, I was so stoked. I was so stoked. I think as soon as I turned the corner, I instantly like scanned for Kyle because I needed to see his face. I needed it.
And what a face it was.
Oh God, it did not disappoint. I actually think they had to cut a big chunk of that beginning of that out because I was laughing so hard I could not talk.
That must have been, it was so funny to watch, but to be in that room must have been amazing.
Oh, phenomenal. It's such a relief. So like I think at that point it's kind of like, or at least for me it was, I was like, if I don't win, I'm good. Like if I don't win, I'm good. I can't believe I'm here right now. Like it's kind of that like you never think, I don't think going in you actually ever think, you may say it, but I don't think you really think you're going to make it to the finale.
Yeah, it must be, especially because it doesn't happen in real time for us, at least. So you guys film it and nobody knows that you're on the show, and time goes by and you've won this, lump sum of cash. And then it just has to hit so differently from when you win to when it actually airs to when they cut you that check.
Oh my God. Not even being humble, honestly, like at the finale, I had already given into the fact, for me, it was a fact that either QT or Kyle won. So when QT got eliminated, like came in third, you literally hear me say, what? Like it's in the show. I watched it. I was like, you hear me go, what? And then she walks away, and I'm just like, the look on my face is like pure shock. And then in my head, I was like, okay, it's Kyle. Like it's Kyle. And so, yeah, I don't know. Wild. I was so ready to like embrace him and say like, congratulations.
And you didn't. I mean, you didn't have to.
No, but like my reaction was so strong because I literally.
Well, you weren't. I don't think either of you were expecting to win.
No, that's the thing. Like and Kyle's so, oh my God, Kyle's so amazing. Like it's so on like brand for him to even think he wasn't going to win. You know what I mean? Because he
same.
Right. But he has such a big heart. So yeah, I think we were both just like, there's no way we won. Yeah.
Now, I like to think that even if you played as yourself, you would have won, just because you really kind of were playing by yourself as yourself. It's been a long day. Anyway, SC said wants to know, how much attention does Claudia get now?
Oh my God. So I know she gets quite a lot. But I kind of love it because I'm like, girl, like it wasn't all me. Like, yes, I was using your face and stuff. So I don't know. For me, it's like I want to include her in as much as I can because like I couldn't have done it without her, you know, like it is true. Like, I mean, I could have, but I didn't. So she deserves to get to have the experience that I'm having. And I know we're not going to do everything together, but like anything I can, I'm going to try to include her.
Yeah. Well, yeah, she was part of it too. And her face is as recognizable because her pictures were all over the place.
Oh, Columbus is awesome. Columbus is so amazing. Like everyone in Columbus has been so supportive. And when we're out, like it's wild. People come over and say hi to us all the time. And I love it because I love to meet people. So for me, I'm just like, oh God, I don't know. My heart is full.
So if anybody sees you and recognizes you, it's okay to come say hello.
Oh my God, please do not be scared to talk to me. I promise you, like if I've got a mouthful of like hot dog or something, as soon as I swallow, I will be right there to talk to you.
Now, I wouldn't be me if I didn't ask about the true star of this season. Where did Deuce go in the final meetup? Because we saw him for a little bit and then he just vanished.
So Deuce did make an appearance at the finale. I don't know if it was, I can't remember watching it because I'm just like, ugh. But I don't know if they aired it, but he did make an appearance. We did get to meet Deuce, which was awesome. He's so cute and he's so friendly. I think Deuce is very happy. He's got great parents.
I did not know that bringing dogs was an option, so now I'm considering applying. Right. I've got my hands full. But they want to be reality TV stars.
You girl, go for it. Go for it. I said the same thing, and then I was like, "There's no way." Look at me. All I can say is, thank God Deuce couldn't rate because Kyle would have won.
Yeah, right. Or he had his own profile and Deuce won the money, but Kyle can't spend it.
That would be amazing. Deuce would be living the high life. He'd be going to the spa. He'd be getting his nails done, you know.
He probably still is. I mean, he could really be an influencer now.
I mean,
Petco, Chewy.
We need to talk to Kyle about getting Deuce his own Instagram.
He doesn't have one, does he? I think you and Cassie need your own show, and then Deuce needs his own influencer profile.
Netflix, if you're watching, me and Cassie, you heard it. It wasn't from us this time.
I didn't think that Netflix was watching, but I recently saw we are doing a Battle of the Seasons for charity. They did a Battle of the Sexes, and we do superlatives every year for Love is Blind. And guess what they just put on their social media last week? So I see you, Netflix. Just call us. We're here.
Wait, what did they put? Wait, what?
So we do for Love is Blind, we do superlatives every season. So
Yeah.
we'll do best couple, funniest cast member, whatever. So this week, I think they put up superlatives in their Instagram stories, but it was for like Netflix reality show wide. So you can choose whoever for biggest personality, favorite couple. I don't remember what all the categories were. Funniest. Yeah. And so I was like, I have the receipts. We've been doing this since 2020. So Netflix, if you want ideas, we have ideas. Just call us. Like this show could be a Netflix show. We're fine with that.
Right.
I see you
that's so
seeing me.
awesome. That's so awesome. You need to like message them and say, "Oh, okay. So we're going there. So we're going there." In the words of QT.
Yes, we are. We went. We are coming back. Okay. So now, what is work like for you? Or have you gone back to work yet?
Yeah, yes, definitely. Work is wild. It's always kind of crazy. But I think since the show aired, I've been getting recognized at work, which I'm always happy to meet someone who's a fan of the show. But I'm like, I work in a really like not so bright and shiny, happy place. So I kind of feel bad when I'm taking attention away from the problems we're dealing with. So I'm glad to take a picture. I'll take a picture anytime, but let's do it outside of my unit. Let's go to the cafeteria or something.
Somebody's passed out on the floor. Hey, can I take a selfie?
Yeah, can I take a selfie with you? I'm like, let's walk out in the hallway. Let's get out of here.
And we'll have one last question for now. We'll play a game and then maybe we'll get to some other questions.
Cool.
I think this one is a fun one. How has your life changed post filming and then post airing of the show? And that is from Duck Duck Goose 123.
So, okay, so two parts. I think post filming, there wasn't really much that changed. It was very like you're in a kind of position where you're like, I hope it actually airs. At least in my head, I was like, what if they just decide to cancel the show or anything like that? I was like, it's not real till it's real, So 'cause I've always wanted to do it. So in my head, I was like, I could lose it, That's just my own insecurities. But I think after airing, it's been a whirlwind. Like, I think that's the word I would use in the best possible way. I have received so much love and support that like, I don't even know what to do with all of it. I'm trying to respond. I try to respond to everyone on Instagram, and I just want people to know that I see you and I appreciate you. Like, that's so important to me because I've been the person that's messaged someone and been like, oh my God, I'm such a big fan, and I want to be able to give back to people who support me. I just think it's important. So it's been incredible.
And it really hasn't been that long since the show aired. I mean, the finale was last week, and you guys have been all over. I mean, the Netflix's Joke Festival that you were totally supposed to be at and had VIP from day one.
Exactly.
And, you guys have been so welcoming. I like to treat everybody like they're our best friends and like we've talked to you forever, but that's really what it's like talking to you. I feel like I've known you forever. And
that's the thing. Like I'm still Brandon. You know what I mean? Like I love to talk to people and I like to talk to people and be real with them, like that's just me.
All right. Now we are going to do a little Insta deep dive. I have gone way, way back in your Instagram history, your TikTok, your YouTube,
Oh
anywhere I can
God.
find some tea. And we've got a few options. Now, we're not going to get through all of these, but
Okay.
what I'm going to do is Jordan will pop up this on the screen, the picture, the clip, whatever it might be. Just tell us a little bit about what's going on there and then react to it. Tell us what was going through your head in that moment or in this moment right here.
Oh
So
God.
let's
Okay.
start with the first clip.
Oh, oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm doing stand up at the Funny Bone. I was in a it was like a competition. So it was like funniest man in Columbus or the funniest person in Columbus competition. And this was one of my first times like actually competing in stand up. Um Oh God, that was so much fun. I love my shirt. I'm wearing a I'm not gay, but $20 is $20 shirt. And I just thought it was so ironic.
I watched your clip. How did you do in the show? Do you still do stand up as well?
So it's so funny because I was doing stand up a lot and then COVID happened. And when COVID happened, I I started school, I started working at the hospital. So I just something I kind of drifted away from, but I'd love to get back into it. I write every day. So it's so much fun.
You know, Autumn is coming out in September to Arizona. She's got a show in Chandler.
I'm
And
coming.
are you coming?
I'm going. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She asked us this weekend, and I was like, girl, you know I'll come to Arizona and support you.
Well, come see me because I'm right by there. I'm
Oh,
going
I'm
to come to
so
the
down.
show. She
I'm
probably
so
thinks I'm
down.
crazy. I've been messaging her
No.
because I have horses, you know, like I saw her and her pictures and I was like, oh, that girl and I are going to be friends. And I messaged her, I'm like,
Yes.
come buy my horses when you're here. I saw you're coming to Arizona. She probably thinks I'm a stalker, but, you know, a
Oh,
little
no.
bit because,
I'll tell her. I'll tell her. I'll be like, listen,
yeah.
you need to hit up Dina like right now.
Yeah, you guys come ride. We don't even have to record anything. You come ride, hang out. We'll go to the comedy show. Not a lot goes on in this part of Arizona, so it's very exciting when anybody comes and visits.
Oh, I am so down. Don't even tempt me. I will be there.
You are going to be there.
Exactly. Exactly. I will see you soon.
Yes. All right. What do we have next, Jordan? What's this, Brandon?
It was my birthday spanking. So I don't remember what age I was turning, but this is at work, at another job I
At
had.
work. This was at work,
Another
you
job.
said?
Yes, at a different job, one not so serious. And they basically it was like a big group of people. They said, you got to come outside, you got to get your birthday spanking. So it was kind of like tradition.
Okay. Yeah. I love how you say birthday spanking, that's something everybody has and does on their birthday. Like, you
Yeah,
know, my birthday spanking.
yeah, so like well, at least in Kentucky where I'm from, it's like you get one spank for every, for every year you're alive. So I was like, so I think in this one it was in the 20s at least, at least.
I think that was your 30th.
Was it 30? Yeah, so
I think so, yeah.
I got smacked 30 times. Look at my
And
face.
one for good luck.
Yeah,
Off
the one for good luck, he about took me out.
SD Burb said wants you to know that they got birthday spankings too. Their dad's from Arkansas. So
See?
apparently that's a southern kind of mid thing.
I'm telling you,
we did not have that in New York.
It's all in good fun, okay? I'm telling you.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of fun, let's go to the next one. Oh, it's so tiny, Jordan.
Oh, so me and one of my best friends took a trip to Maine, and this was the view from our Airbnb. Oh, that's one of the.
There's a particular, I think she's showing all your stories. So there's a particular picture where you're hugging the tree.
Oh my God, I know what you're talking about.
Was that like a particularly sentimental moment? Did you have a relationship with that tree?
Yeah, me and that tree have now moved in together, and we are celebrating our 5th anniversary.
Oh, happy anniversary.
It looked like a little chair, so I was like, I'm just gonna like, dude, I'm crazy. It's
You really are. All right, we'll just go to the next one. Maybe we'll share it on our Instagram from your Instagram.
yeah, it's so good. Ooh.
All right, what do we have here?
Oh my gosh, my face in Entertainment Weekly.
Yeah.
This to me was like, I was like, I'm good. If this is the only thing that happens, I'm good. I was just absolutely floored because this was like, I don't know. I remember reading Entertainment Weekly. I remember watching, I think they had a show at one point, or they still do. I remember I was stricken. I was shook.
Now, this is a pretty professional picture compared to what we have for you next.
Yes. Oh my God. Okay,
Please explain your wardrobe and what's going on.
So I was writing a script that I wanted me and my friends to do, and I was playing this character that I called Gigi, and she was like an alcoholic New Jersey housewife, and so this is me drinking a cocktail dressed as Gigi. And yeah, that's all I gotta say about
all
that.
Right. Now, speaking of scripts, we had in our deep dive found a picture of a script for something that you worked on. So what's going on here?
So these were the Gigi scripts. I had 6 of them written, and yeah, I still have them. So maybe one day I'll do something with them. I still have them. It was great. It was like a full-blown comedy. I was getting like a group of my friends to play the parts, and we were gonna film it out, but life happens.
All right.
So
now you've got a whole new cast of characters to choose from.
Maybe one day, yeah.
All right. Now, last on the Instagram deep dive, but not least, we'd heard all about Dick's Last Resort from Cassie. So what did your hat say, and how was your experience there?
I'm so dead right now. You guys
Baby Brandon is in the house right now.
Oh, you guys are great. So my hat says, I learned how to eat a banana in band camp. And Josh's says, I'm the banana he practiced on. One of my best friends, that's Josh. We took a trip to Nashville, and our waiter was brutal at Dick's Last Resort. And oh God, we could not stop laughing. I kept that hat for weeks until it got destroyed. But it was the funniest. I could not stop laughing.
Now we are going to do, because I know we're cutting it to the wire, but we're going to do some rapid fire, pick a partner. Normally I'd let you pick a game, but I'm going to pick it today because this game, we ask you to pick one of your fellow Circle cast members. It could be from any season that you would want to do one of the following scenarios with.
Okay.
So I would like you to pick a partner to switch lives with for the week.
I would switch lives with, ooh, that's hard. I would switch lives with Miles.
Okay, why Miles?
Oh, because he's just so cool. And I just want to see like what it's like to just be like, you know, like Everyone's looking at you like, man, this is, I want to be Machine Gun Kelly.
I've seen that comparison before.
Yes.
Who would you want to live with?
Oh, Cassie. Cassie, hands down. We would have so much fun.
How about be stranded on a desert island with?
I mean, Kyle.
That's a good one.
I can't.
Why Kyle?
Why, I can't chop wood. I can't build things. If you ask me to carry anything over 20 pounds, we're done for. So I need someone who can do the heavy lifting. And you know what? If I pass out, I'm going to be the heavy lifting. So I'm going to need someone that can carry me.
Who would you want to commit a crime with?
Steffi. Because she's psychic. She's psychic. She can tell us how to get out of it.
And then finally, who would you want to partner with on another reality show?
QT, because I would be able to bring heart to it, but she would be able to like really cut people like, no, this is what we're doing.
Yeah. Well, we saw that when she exited the chat on Jordan. She was no mercy.
I'd be like, well, we can talk about it. And she'd be like, I'm leaving the chat.
Now, if you remember at the top of the show, I asked you to pick a number, and that is because we channel Steffi a little bit. I have spirit animal cards. You picked number 13, which is the turtle calm. So I'm going to read this to you, and you tell me if it applies to you at all. The turtle wisdom teaches us about walking our path in peace and sticking to it with determination and serenity. You may be encouraged to take a break from your busy life and look around or within you for more grounded, long-lasting solutions. Anything resonate with you there?
I mean, busy. I'm definitely busy. Maybe sometimes I do need to stop and take a breath and remember, like, I can always go back to it. So yeah, kind of the peace and serenity thing. I think we're pretty on the nail. I'm pretty sure we're good.
It's not, like I said, it's not a bad one. It's an interesting one. They're all a little vague.
I kind of like it. I think of it as in like, maybe this is the universe's way of telling me like, you can do all the things, just make sure you're taking care of yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all about balance.
Absolutely.
Now, Brandon, thank you so much for joining us today. I know we've taken quite a bit of your time and we didn't even get to all the fan questions. No, but maybe we can send them to you. I'll send you the link to the Reddit, and I promise there's nothing bad, scary, or rude on there. But
if you send them to me, maybe I'll make like a reaction or I'll read them.
Yeah, I'll send you the link. So in the meantime, tell us what you have going on, where we can see you next, and where to follow you online.
So I have a few things coming up. Just a few events I'm going to, which I'm going to try to make some funny videos about it. And I can't really say what they are yet. I don't think. I'm going to New York. And I'm going to LA, but I will be, keep your eyes out. I will be posting about it before I go. And then wait, what was the second part of the question?
Oh, okay. Well, you're on Cameo. So talk a little bit about your Cameo and anything fun going on there.
Oh my gosh. So I've had such fun with Cameo. I love making the videos, and I really do a whole array of things. Like, I've done a lot of Mother's Day, a lot of birthdays, and a lot of encouragements. I feel like that's fun for me because I just get to really hype people up. And I love that. I'm such a woo girl. I'm like,
me too.
Yeah. Yes.
Speaking of hyping people up, Jeremy from Love is Blind is here to hype you up and say hello. So hi, Jeremy.
Hi, Jeremy. How are you?
The second part of that question was, where can we follow you on social?
So on Instagram and TikTok, I am B_Randon Baker. And then on Facebook, I think I just used my regular name.
I think you do
Just
too.
Brandon Baker.
All right. Thank you again, Brandon, for joining us. Thank you, everybody who tuned in to say hello. We really appreciate it. And all the fan questions. I'm sorry we couldn't get to them all. Maybe another time, maybe in September when you guys are out here. If you want to follow us, it's at Love Pod Podcast, wherever you get your podcasts and on social media. We love you and we will see you next time.
Oh my gosh, this was so much fun. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Yes. Follow them, you guys. Or is it
yes, and follow him.
Love
follow
you.
everybody.
Yeah.